Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to crochet a bandana. Okay, so I'm just going to mention a few things that are very important in this project. Okay, they can affect your project. So the first thing is the yarn size and the hook size. Okay, so if you want a drapey feel for your projects for your bandana, you want it to be light, then you're going to use a thinner yarn and a bigger hook size. Okay, the ratio, I don't want to talk so much maths. But the ratio to of your yarn size to your hook size should be a little bit big. Okay, so if you want to use a DK weight yarn, then you should opt for something like a 8 millimeter hook size. I'm just saying, you understand. So I'm going to actually show you guys a video of two projects that I did using different yarn size and hook size. Okay, so that's one thing I want to mention. Then the second thing I want to mention is how to read crochet symbols. This may feel or seem, you know, not needed, but I promise you it's going to help you. It's going to help broaden your knowledge in crochet projects, and you may come across a pattern that is in crochet symbols that you want to use but then you can't read them. Then this video is for you. So let's get right into it.
Alright, so first of all, you're going to see this circular or oval symbol. It means a chain. So whenever you see something like this, a circle or an oval in a shape, in a pattern with space in it, it means that that is a chain. You can see it everywhere in the project. You can see it down here and it's like down the rows, down in the middle. Okay. So here we have three chains because you can see one, two, three, meaning that's three chains. Here you see one, two, three, four, meaning four chains. Okay, slip stitch into the first stitch, and then you have your fake magic ring. That's what we call a fake magic ring. So in this project, I'm going to be going for a fake magic ring, but you can opt to do a basic magic ring. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to see is this T like symbol. Alright, it's like a T, but then it has a stroke on it. So whenever you see a T like symbol with one stroke on it, it means that that's a double crochet. Alright. If you see a T like symbol but with two strokes, then it means that's a triple or treble crochet. Alright. Then if you see a T like symbol with no stroke, then it means that's a half double crochet. All right, so you're going to be seeing this T most times in um different projects. Okay, it means it's stitch, double crochet, stitch, a treble, or whatever, depending on what stroke is on it. Okay, so one thing I like about picture pattern is that it gives you the shape that it's going to come out in, that is going to form. It's going to form, yeah, just like you can see in the picture above. So this is actually a half double, half granny square. Sorry, half granny square. Okay, as you can see. So what we are going to be doing is chain four, three double crochet, chain one, three double crochet, chain one and one double crochet all into that magic ring, and then we just continue the pattern from there. Alright, so I'm going to link this in the description for you guys to save. Alright. So I'm also going to link this crochet symbol meaning as well in the description so that you could save it in case you come across any other project that has more complex symbols. You could save it. So for this project, I'm going to be making use of this fingering wheat yarn. It's in blue color, okay, and going to double it to make it a bit chunkier. Alright, I'm going to make use of this 5.5 millimeter hook, scissors, tapestry needle, measuring tape. Alright, that's basically all you need for this project. I don't even think you need stitch markers, but this is all you need. Right? So, but in this for this video, I'm going to be making use of this pink yarn so that you guys can be able to see clearly what I want to do, because blue can tend to be dark. All right. So first of all, you're going to make a slip knot. So leave some tail behind because you're going to need to weave in later. All right. So how I'm making, look at how I'm making my slip knot. First of all, I take the tail part, all right, in my other hand, my right hand. Then I wrap it around my index finger like an egg. All right. Then I take the one connected to the ball of yarn and I wrap it over my hand again the second time. Then I take my right hand and I pull the first one over my index finger. All right. And there I have my slip. So find which one works for you. But for you to know if you have done it well, you're going to drag the one connected to the ball of yarn. It's just tight. All right. That's how to know that you've done it well. All right. So that's my tail that I'm going to weave in later. You're going to see. All right. So you're going to try to make your tension to be loose. All right. Because you make it too tight, you might not be able to find the middle of your magic ring. So choose whatever magic ring you want to do. But for me, I'm going to do the fake magic ring. So it starts with 4 chain as seen in the pattern. All right. So I'm making my first chain, chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have my 4 chain. Then I'm going to slip stitch it into the very first chain that we made. Now, this is how to do a slip stitch, okay? Take your hook. You're not yarning over, you're not doing anything. Mark, look for the first stitch, then just put your hook in there and then wrap it around. Yarn over or wrap your hook around the wool, the yarn, and then just pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops on your chain. Alright. You're going to take your hook now and you're going to drag that first loop through the other loop that was already on your hook. And that's just your simple slip stitch. Alright. So now you look for the middle, the midpoint where you're going to put all those 3 double crochets into. Just mark your middle. That's why I said keep your tension loose so that you can be able to find your midpoint. So now I'm going to chain 4. It says the pattern says chain 3 then 1. So altogether that's 4. So chain 4. Then you're going to make a double crochet. To make a double crochet, you yarn over. Are you seeing the way I'm doing it? You yarn over, take your hook and just wrap it round. And then insert into that middle now. Insert into the middle. Make sure it's the middle. Alright. Then pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the very first 2 loops. You're not going through the 3, you're going through the 2 loops. Then yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops, and there you have your first double crochet. Alright, so I'm going to make 2 more. So yarn over, pull up a loop, alright, then pull through the first 2 loops and then pull through the last 2 loops. There you have your double crochet, your second double crochet. Then we're going to yarn over again and then insert your hook into the midpoint, pull up a loop, pull through the very first 2 loops. Okay, make sure it's just the very first 2 loops and then the last 2 loops, and you already have your 3 double crochet. All right, so the next thing you do is chain 1. All right, after chaining 1, you're going to put another 3 double crochet again into that midpoint. So you yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through the very first 2 and pull through the last 2. You're just going to make 2 more double crochet to make it 3 double crochet after that chain 1. So making my third double crochet now, and then next thing you're going to do is you're going to chain one again, but this time you're not going to do three double crochet again, you're going to be doing one double crochet. Okay, so now when you're working a normal granny square, you could see that it's almost forming to be a square. Alright. So when you're making a normal granny square, you actually put two more of that three double crochet. But since this is just half, you're just going to put one more double crochet. Okay. So yarn over, pull through two, and pull through the last two. Alright. Now you're going to take your tail and you're going to tighten it a little bit so it can give you a little, yeah, make it firmer. So now you could see that the shape is actually coming out as it was in the pattern. So you see, that's why I said the picture pattern is, it's really good because it shows you how, it's meant to come out and it's meant to form. So the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to chain four again. This chain four, and then you turn your work. Two, three, and four. So turn your work, and then see the way I'm turning my work, and then you're going to chain. So you're going to put three more double crochet into that spot. All right. So put your three double crochet into that space. So wherever you see a space, you're going to put three double crochet, except this middle point where you're going to put three double crochet, one chain, and three double crochet again. All right. So double crochet, you yarn over, then insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through two, and pull through the last two. All right. You do it again, pull through two and pull through the last two. Keep yarning over and then put three into that spot. Okay, so now you're not going to chain like we did in the first row. All you're going to do is just continue. Don't chain, just continue working. All right, so you're going to put three double crochet, one chain, and three double crochet into that middle spot because that's the apex, that's like the top point of the triangle. All right, so my first double crochet, okay, my second double crochet, and my third double crochet. All right, so I'm going to chain one and put three double crochet into that same spot as I said, because that's what you're going to do for all the parts where you reach the middle. All right, and as I said in the pattern, that's the only place that has chain down through the middle. So just three double crochet, one chain, three double crochet into that middle spot. Okay. Then next thing you're going to do is put three more double crochet into that last spot. Remember, don't chain before moving to the next spot. Just move. All right. So three double crochet into that last spot. So you can see that the shape is already coming out as it was in the pattern. But this is not the end of this row. Okay, so the end of this row, you're going to chain one. At the end of every row, you chain one, and then you put one double crochet into that last spot again, so it gives you that straight border. All right, so you're just going to enter the next row again. So you chain four as usual, turn your work, three double crochet into that first spot. So at the start of the row, chain four and just three double crochet. Okay, so After making your 3 double crochet, remember, do not chain before you enter into the next part. Just move on and put 3 more double crochet into the next spot. So I'm putting my third double crochet now, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through the last 2. Okay, so now you have reached the apex, you have reached the top part. So now when you're actually in the top part, you see this series, like something that's being like a V, a shell V. Yeah, so that's how you know that you've reached the top part. So you just 3 double crochet for the top part, 3 double crochet, that's number 1. That's my second double crochet, third double crochet, then you chain 1 because that's the middle, and then insert 3 more double crochet into that same spot. Okay, so now when you're done, you're just going to add insert 3 more double crochet in the remaining places where you see spaces, those spaces. Just put 3 more double crochet, then when you reach the end of the row, do 3 more double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet to end the row. All right, so just keep on working like that. Chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Okay, so now you're done with this row, and then you're going to continue this row. So I'm just going to do one more round and just follow accordingly. So another thing is, while you're working on this, you see as it's folding, don't mind the fold. Okay, just continue working. As your project keeps getting bigger, your work is going to straighten out by itself. All right, so just ignore the fold or the curvature, just keep working. Okay, so I'm in my second to the last spot, so I'm putting three double crochet again. Alright, and so now to end the row, we put three double crochet into that spot. Then you chain one and one double crochet to end the row and to make the border straight. Alright, so just keep on working like that till you reach your desired length, okay? So you keep working till you get to your length. So don't forget to do that chain one and one double crochet to give you this straight border. Alright, so just keep working till you get to the your desired length. So one thing I should tell you is that from this border to the pointed top, that is actually your length. Alright, that's your length. That's not the length, okay? That is the length. So measure how far you want or how long you want yours to be. So this is actually my own, as you can see from the thumbnail. This is the one I was working on, and you can see um my own project. So I'm just going to measure it and show you guys what the measurement is like, right? So I think this is about uh 25.5. Okay, all right. So you can make yours to whatever length you want. So also here, I'm going to measure it, and then I'm going to put the measurement in the going to write the measurement. Okay. So now that you're done, you just keep working on to whatever level you want. So you could see that there's this line going like two straight lines going in right angles. Alright. So it shows that this is just half of the square. If you do another one, to give you another half. Alright. So just keep working till you get to your desired length, and then I'm going to do the border. So to do the scallop borders, the first thing you're going to do is chain one and turn your work. That's after your the end of your row, just chain one and turn your work. Okay. Now you're going to slip stitch into that spot, that space. You know that space we always put three double crochet. We're just going to slip stitch into that place. So remember to slip stitch, just insert your hook, pull up a loop, then use that loop to pass through um the loop that was already on your hook. Okay, then we are going to do another slip stitch into the middle. You see that three double crochets that we did, the middle one, that's the second one. We're just going to find the adjoining stitch on top of it. All right, the adjoining stitch, and it's just between the first and the second. So the first, between the first and the middle, that's where we are going to slip stitch into. All right, so I'm going to stitch, insert, pull up a loop, and pull through the last loop on your hook. Okay, so then I'm going to put six double crochets into that spot now, where we usually put three double crochets. This time I'm going to just put six double crochet. If you want yours to be fuller, you could do 8 or even 12, depends on what you want. But for me, I'm just going to put six double crochets into that spot. Right, so my second double crochet is what I'm working on now. My third double crochet, and my fourth, fifth, and then the sixth double crochet. So there are actually two methods of doing this thing, but this is the first method, alright? So keep watching to find out the second method, okay? So next thing I'm going to do is find that middle stitch again, the adjoining stitch, and then slip stitch to give me my full scallop, alright? So you can see that my scallop has formed, alright? So you find the next space, that space, then put 6 double crochet or whatever number that you desire, alright? You have to make it uniform unless you don't want it to be uniform, but for uniformity, put the same number you put the first time, alright? So just keep putting 6 double crochet into every space and then slip stitch into the middle stitch, alright? So that's how it's going to be. So I'm just going to slip stitch into that middle stitch as I said. So don't put it up there into the V, no. Put it just in the middle, right there. So just slip stitch it into that place. Alright. So now after slip stitching it, I'm just going to continue that till I reach that point, that top point of the triangle, and then I'm going to meet you guys there. Alright, so I've done my last scallop and then I'm just going to do it the middle one. So I've slip stitched into that middle stitch. So I'm just going to put 6 more double crochets in that top space, that top chain one space. Alright, so put the number that you desired. Alright, so wherever you see space, you're just going to put 6 double crochets and then you slip stitch into the middle. So another method I'm going to show you guys now is this one actually gives you a more bigger scallop. Alright, so what you're going to do here is you're just going to slip stitch, okay, into where you want to put your 6 double crochets, sorry. So you're just going to put 6, you're going to first slip stitch and then put 6. I'm going to show you the full thing in the next one I'm going to do. I'm just putting my 6 double crochets now into that spot. Okay, so now that I'm done with that 6 double crochet, what I'm going to do is that instead of slip stitching into the middle stitch, I'm just going to slip stitch into the next space. Alright, I'm just going to slip stitch into the next space instead of that middle stitch. Alright, then the next thing to do is to actually put the 6 double crochet, but first of all I'm just going to slip stitch it just to make it more profound, just to make it come out a little bit. Alright, so then after I've slip stitched into the second spot, I'm going to put my 6 double crochet into that same spot now. Alright, so just add your number that you desire. Alright, so I'm just showing you another method of adding scallops. I think this one is way easier if you don't want to start finding the middle stitch. You could just do this one. So as you can see, this is my main project and this is the one I used. So whatever um one that you want, you could use any of the methods. They will still give you the same scallop and the same borders. Okay, so that's just it. Okay, so now when you're done, once you're done, you just slip stitch and then you continue. Alright, so it gives you a bigger one. So now I'm at the end of my row. Alright, at the end of my row. So I'm just going to continue as I said. This is the first method I'm using. I'm going to slip stitch into the middle stitch and then I'm going to put three double, sorry, no, I'm going to slip stitch into this one, into that space, and then chain my desired height for the tie part of the bandana. Okay, so for this particular one I chained about 7 or 8, but for my main project I chained 13. For the blue one I chained 13. So you're going to this for the handle, so you're going to skip the first stitch and then you're going to work into the second stitch from the chain, all right, from one that is on your hook. So skip the first one and then yarn over. I'm going to make half double crochet. You could do single crochet, you could even do double crochet, whatever you want, but for me I wanted to use half double crochet for this one. All right, so yarn over and then pull through the last three, the three loops. Okay, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, then you have three loops, yarn over and pull through the three. All right, so you could do whatever one you want and the number you want as so desired. Okay, so for my main project I actually use single crochet. So just do whatever you want, whatever the width of your handle of the tie part, just do however you want it to be. For this one I'm doing half double crochet. Okay, for my main project I used single crochet and I chained 13. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to slip stitch into that space.
Pause. Please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.
All right, so now after slip stitching it, I'm going to work on the longest part of this triangle, that border part. It might not look long now, but if you're actually working on the main project, you're going to see that that's going to be the longest part. All right, so after slip stitching into that chain, I'm going to just put 6 double crochet into that space again. All right, I'm going to put my 6 double crochet into that space. All right, so now I'm done with that. So now if you check this border part, you're going to see series of spaces, of holes and spaces. So this side is actually easier. All you just need to do is just slip stitch into the next one, all right, into the next space that you see. All right, and then just continue that so you can see my scallop has been formed there. So the next one you're going to do is just make 6 more double crochet into the next space and then slip stitch into the next, 6 double crochet into the next, slip stitch into the next. I'll show you guys how to work over yarn. Alright, so you don't have to weave in later. So it's called working over yarn while crocheting. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys how to do that here. So pardon me, I didn't put it with the other pink one. So yeah. Alright, so what you're going to do now is the first thing you're going to do is this tail part now because I'm about to put it in that middle spot. Remember where we had the tail? So I'm just going to carry the tail now Okay, I want to walk into that next space. So I'm just going to carry the tail and I'm going to put it in front. The way you're seeing me do. I'm just going to keep it in the front. So as I'm walking over it in the front. Or if you want to, you could also decide to put your like the tail part on top in the middle and just keep walking over it as it is in the middle. Okay, you could do it that way, put it in the middle. But for me, I'm just going to place it in front, okay, and then I'm going to slip stitch. All right. So as I keep working on it, I should make sure it's always in the front. Make sure that tail part is always in the front. Okay, and then just continue working as normal. You don't need to do too much. All you need to do is make sure that the tail is in the front as you keep working. All right. So I'm just going to do that. All right. So now I'm done with my 6 double crochet. Okay. So I'm just going to keep on working over this yarn till I reach like the last, the next to, yeah, that spot. That's where I'm going to stop. So when you reach there, you could just cut your yarn and so after I've just made my 6 double crochets, so I'm just going to slip stitch into that space there. All right, I'm going to slip stitch there, and then I'm going to make my chain. So the number of chains that you chained before for the other tie part, you're just going to chain that same number here again. All right, so do as you wish or as you want. Okay, so after chaining, remember you skip the first stitch and then you just work your half double crochet down. So just do that and I'll meet you in the end. Alright, so now I'll just finish my half double crochet down that row and I'm just going to slip stitch into that space. Alright, so now after slip stitching, I just decided to slip stitch it furthermore. Alright, and there you have it. There you have your bandana. So you're just going to chain one and then cut off the rope and weave it in. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching.